What's up, athletes? I am Stephanie Jackson, your agent of truth. And so, one last thing I'll add about the spirit of fear, and I really want to drive this home, is that it is a killer, okay? It comes to steal, kill, and destroy, all right? It comes to rehearse lies to you, right? And the very thing it lies about, and that thing that you're fearing, is simply not true. When you push past this thing called fear, when you cast it out and cast it down, and you go and do the very thing that it didn't want you to do, you find out that it was the exact opposite of what you feared it would be. It happens every time as it rehearses the things. And if you come into agreement with these things that fear is rehearsing to you, they will come to pass. How do we know this? Well, when you look over at Job chapter 3, verse 25, Job says the thing that he greatly feared came upon him, and that which he was afraid of came to pass. How is this so? Like, how does that even work? Well, like I said, fear is a rehearser. What does this look like? Okay, this looks like if 200 million people in a country are watching the news, and the news says that something bad is going to happen. It'll be a bunch of death, all the bad things, right? It hasn't happened yet, right? It probably wasn't even scheduled to happen, but 200 million people are now rehearsing in their minds something is bad going to happen. There's going to be a lot of death over and over. None of them are casting it down, right? They might not like openly say it, even though, let's be honest, people who watch the news all day do openly say the news, like they parrot the news, whatever the news says, CNN, Fox, whatever. And so they'll parrot it to their friends and say, hey, did you see the news? Something's bad is coming. A bunch of people are going to die. 200 million people in agreement saying this thing and have agreed with the spirit of fear. And then when it comes to pass, then they're like, the news said it was coming. No, guys. Yeah, the news said it was coming, but you guys all agreed with it. It probably was not scheduled to come at all. But because fear was released, and it was played over and over in a bunch of people's minds, and they all came into agreement with it, either verbally or by not casting it down. Because if you don't say anything to fear, that's agreement. Okay? So you got to talk back to fear. And what do you talk back? You speak the word. You speak the word. You speak the word. That is fear. And that is one thing I wanted to add about fear and why fear is so freaking dangerous. Don't you get over into fear. Don't you agree with it.